Next up in our small batch brewing smash series is Jester hops and Viking malt. Welcome back, everybody. So today we are going to have the third tasting of our Jester smash beer. Single malt, single hop. This is using Viking malt. I've never used Viking malt before this, but for the Jester hop, for the hop profile, I have tropical fruit, grapefruit, black currant, and lychee. Now, I do remember this one. I've been dreading doing it. That's why it's been a while since I've done this one. Is that Viking malt had taken over, and it was almost like a honey water that came off with a little bit of bitterness, if I remember correctly. From the brew date is March 16th, 2019 on this. This is almost October. This came in at 8.79%. This is one of the first ones that we did. So for the grain bill, we use 2 pounds, 12 ounces of Viking malt. That would be their 2-row malt. Hop schedule at 30 minutes, 0.39 of Jester, 0.29 at 5 minutes. Then dry hop with 0.32 ounces 3 days into fermentation. Pre-boil was 1035. Post gravity was 1076. Now that is a lot higher compared to what Beersmith wanted at 1055. Bricks on this was 8.5 on 4.2. You do have to do calculation with that because that is taking with a refractometer, and you have to convert it to get the true ABV of the beer. So let's go ahead and open this and get it into a glass and see how much it's changed in 3-4 months. Here we go. I didn't get a hiss out of it. This was using, I'm pretty sure, the Mr. Beer carbonation tablets, as I bought a box of the 25-ounce plastic bottles with a 2-gallon Mr. Beer carboy, and you did get a small pack of the tablets in there. No head at all, but that's okay. We do have a white foam on top. Let's go ahead and check out the color. Golden yellow in color, very, very clear. Some bubbles coming up, not very many. It looks like I do have a little bit of yeast and protein floating in there, but we are bottling directly from the Mr. Beer. So it's got a spout on it, dry hop directly in it, then just fill the bottles up. So you are going to get some hop pellets in there, maybe some yeast, trub, whatever is going to go in some of the bottles. Let's go ahead and smell, see if we get anything. Honey water, big time honey water is what you get. Sweet malt honey water. If anything, I would say this is a mead. It smells just like a mead. It's got a touch of alcohol in there. I would say somebody brewed a mead. So let's go ahead and taste, see if anything's changed. There is some more carbonation in there than what it looks like. But honey water, sweet malt, big time malt. It's almost like this IPA. It's a double IPA that has been aged for about a year that didn't have a lot of hops in it to begin with. In the very back, you do get some bitterness. Aftertaste as your palate warms up, it is like a honey bitterness, low bitterness in there. I don't know what else to say. If anything, that honey sweet malt taste is more pronounced now than it was the last time I had it. So I would say that malt has really taken over. This malt seems like it needs to be mixed with something. I think I said in the other one, a lot of like New England IPAs or hazy IPAs might throw some honey malt in there just to give it some sweetness. I think this grain would go well with that, and it would come out. I don't remember what it was after the first month, but that second month tasting did produce that honey water. Steve and I both, I'm pretty sure, said that's what it was. So I think this grain would go well with a 2-row to make a little sweeter IPA, New England IPA, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it tastes like an aged IPA that, didn't have a big hop bill, just a small one, as that bitterness is still lingering some. But yeah, definitely one that I probably wouldn't make again. I do have a pound of Jester hops, so I will be trying that with 2-row because of that tropical fruit, grapefruit. I want to see that coming out, maybe that lychee coming out in a beer, and I want to give it a good go, and that's why we're making these smash beers, is to test it out in different malts. This was the first malt we used it in. I think Steve used it in Maris Otter. I don't remember what that tastes like, but yeah, as of right now, not a beer or not a hop I would use with Viking malt. On the bag of Viking malt, I'm pretty sure it did say honey, and that's what you're getting. But it would work well in a stout if you wanted a sweeter stout, maybe a porter, maybe a tiny bit of this in a porter just to bring up that sweetness. But for an IPA, as of right now, no, I would not use it again. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.